All right. Good morning, everyone. And can we share what we learned yesterday? What did we learn yesterday? Can somebody remember and somebody share?
Ma'am, basically what I have understood is that we have to first be aware of our feelings, sufferings. Means
Right?
is it we who are suffering or we are feeling that suffering. So basically that feeling, if we become aware of it, then we welcome it and then it goes away. This is what I understood in 3-4 days. I have heard you, ma'am.
Okay. That's nice. Thank you for sharing. And anybody else? Because more we reflect, more we learn. That's
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
मैडम मेरे को भी कुछ बोलना है बट आई फील ब्लेस्ड नॉट मिरेकल आई विल टेल माय मदर मेरे को कुछ दिन से फिश खाने का मन कर रहा था जो फिश मुझे पसंद है मेरी मदर वही वाली फिश लेके आई घर से
Okay. So it's a
हाँ
miracle, huh?
और है इस मिरेकल एंड मैं ब्लेस्ड फील कर रही हूँ और मन में यही सोचा था और वही खुद बना के खिला रही है मेरे को शी इज प्रिपेयरिंग फूड
Oh,
lunch.
wow.
This is a miracle for me.
Yes. Thank you for sharing. Yes. Anybody else who wants to share? Every day is a miracle. If we don't count on miracles, we miss on the opportunity. If anybody does not know how every day is miracle, can raise your hand so that I can give you clarity. How many of you are coming for the first time? I see Kajanil for the first time. Pooja, are you coming for the first time? Preeti, is it your day one?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I think you've changed your picture. That's why I'm unable to remember you. All right. So the miracle is that you're alive today. How many people didn't wake up? And they slept for the rest of life. They are no more. And if we are not grateful that we are alive, there is no meaning to life. Because we are taking this for granted. Each day, in each way, I remind myself that God has given me another day. And there'll be one day when I will not wake up. But every day when I wake up, I find it a miracle. Anybody else finds it a miracle? Anybody feels it's a miracle? Because if we don't find it a miracle, then it's very difficult for us to understand how our life is miraculous. You know, there are so many people on earth die each day, each second, each minute. How can we take our life for granted? You know what one breath I'm inhaling right now, one day I will not exhale that breath. And when I will not exhale, I will not be alive. So each breath I'm inhaling, and when I'm exhaling, it's a miracle. For me, it's a miracle. Because I feel really grateful that God has given me one more breath to live on earth. But are we Are we grateful? Are we find it's a miracle? If not, please go back and start feeling it as a miracle. So today is the chapter 10, and the name of the chapter is Everlasting Happiness. But before I begin the chapter, I begin with the prayer. Let's all sit down, open our cameras, let the blessings come in, and do our prayer. All right? Can we request everyone to sit down at one place? Listen to the prayer and feel each word. A daily prayer for divine blessings. Beloved Divine Father, Mother, let your divine light fill my mind with wisdom and discernment. Let your divine love fill my heart with sweetness, warmness, and compassion for all. Let your divine power fill me with inner strength to do what is right and to refrain from unwholesome actions and behaviors. Gaze upon me, your beloved child, with mercy, love, kindness, and abundance, for thou art all compassionate. Thank you for your protection and love. Second prayer I do is forgiveness. Atma Namaste. I, the soul, salute the divinity in you. We are all children of God. We are all children of Supreme God. We all make mistakes. We are all evolving. I forgive you and seek for your forgiveness at all levels. Go in peace. May you be blessed with good health, happiness, prosperity, and spirituality. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. So do you know this forgiveness prayer is for whom?
For myself.
No, also for others. Also for others. Because I say Atma Namaste, I'm finding you an Atma and I'm saying you Namaste. I, the soul, salute the divinity in you. Especially this prayer is for those people whom we think they are troubling us and whom we think we have troubled. So each day when we forgive ourselves and others, we dissolve the negative karmic account. So this prayer is very, very powerful. Each word has a meaning. One day I'll explain that also, okay? But this prayer is very powerful. It's been more than 12 years I'm doing this prayer every day. Okay, chapter 10, Everlasting Happiness. I am living in the eternally happy present. It is not a mundane happiness which becomes boring after a while, that you welcome a little difficulty just for a change. इसका मतलब है परमहंस योगानंद जी का ये पैराग्राफ है जो रोंडा ने इस बुक में शामिल किया है. परमहंस योगानंद जी बोल रहे हैं, I am living in the eternally happy present. It is not mundane happiness which becomes boring after a while, so that you welcome a little difficulty just for a change. कई बार जो हैप्पीनेस होती है ना, आप उसको ऑर्डिनरी समझने लग जाते हैं, तो उसकी इतनी वैल्यू नहीं करते। तो फिर हमें चेंज के लिए हम सोचते हैं कि भले से थोड़ी डिफिकल्टी भी आ जाए या मुक्के, द जॉय दैट हैज कम अपॉन मी is 1,000 million times more intoxicating, ever changing, ever new. In that consciousness, you feel all the happiness in the world passing through you. It's very difficult कि मैं एक एक लाइन को explain करूं,
Okay, ma'am.
but ये मत समझना कि खुशियां जो आ रही हैं ना, वो भी रहने वाली हैं, वो भी इंटॉक्सिकेटिंग हैं, वो भी एवर चेंजिंग हैं, एवर न्यू हैं, वो भी आती जाती रहेंगी। They'll keep coming and going. So imagine that consciousness, अगर आप consciousness में रह के conscious हो, aware हो, okay, अगर आप consciousness से feel करोगे ना, तो जितनी भी खुशी दुनिया में है ना, ये सिर्फ आपके थ्रू पास ऑन हो रही है। इट इज नॉट एवर लास्टिंग, कुछ भी परमानेंट नहीं है। यू आर हैप्पीनेस, यू आर हैप्पीनेस, बहुत पावरफुल स्टेटमेंट है। इट इज योर ट्रू नेचर, आप इसके साथ पैदा हुए थे। 2-3 years ओल्ड जो चाइल्ड होता है, वो कैसे गिगल करता है, कैसे हर समय खुश रहता है, सिर्फ जब भूख लगती है या उसको कोई ट्रबल है, वो तभी ट्रबल में आता है। तो इट इज योर ट्रू नेचर। हैप्पीनेस इज नॉट समथिंग that will happen once you have received something you want. हमने अपनी हैप्पीनेस को किसी न किसी चीज के साथ जोड़ के रख लिया है, ये मिलेगा ना तो मैं खुश होंगी, I'll be happy when I'll get that, I'll get this. When you feel better, get through something challenging or reach a particular goal, so हमें ऐसे ही लगता है कि ये होगा तो हम खुश रहेंगे। Happiness, a never ending wellspring of happiness, is here right now inside you. That happiness you can feel anytime, anywhere, as much as you want. One must realize the self in order to open the store of unalloyed happiness. There is so much in the universe. This happiness is so much available. It's only we need to feel that. Don't expect to attain unalloyed peace and happiness from earthly life. This should be your new attitude. No matter what your experiences are, enjoy them in an objective way, as you would do in a movie. You have to find true peace and true happiness within yourself. ये भी परमहंसा योगानंदा जी का लिखा हुआ है। So happiness is our natural state. Happiness is the natural state of little children to whom the kingdom belongs until they have been polluted and contaminated by society and culture. That small child, if we don't teach, if we don't preach, they don't learn this unhappiness. To acquire happiness, you don't have to do anything, because happiness cannot be acquired. Does anybody know why? Because we have it already. पाना तो हमें वो है ना जो हमारे पास नहीं है, and we are thinking ये होगा तो ये खुशी आएगी, मेरी बहू के बच्चा हो जाएगा, I'll be very happy. मेरे बच्चे की ये जॉब लग जाएगी, I'll be very happy. We have so much conditioned happiness. मुझे ये मिलेगा, then I'll be happy. Because we have it already, how can you acquire what you already have? Then why don't you experience it? जो चीज आपके पास है, उसको we are unable to experience that. You've got to drop illusions. You don't have to add anything in order to be happy. You've got to drop something. Life is easy. Life is meaningful. It's only hard on your illusions. I now live with an undercurrent of happiness that's with me all the time, which came from welcoming negative feelings and staying as awareness. However, there have been several times when I have had a truly blissful happiness sweep over me that's beyond anything I have felt before. It seems to come out of nowhere. What I mean by that is there wasn't anything that caused it. She's explaining, when I started welcoming every negative thought, and when I got aware and I remembered that this feeling is coming to create miracle in my life had become very easy. When it appears, all negativity totally disappears. Any painful memories from my life are gone in that moment, as though they never really happened. This blissful happiness is instantly recognizable to me as the happiness of our true nature. It cannot be compared to the happiness we feel from getting something we want. This is a level of happiness that is above and beyond anything else I have ever felt. I'm hoping in sharing this with you that you can open yourself to the possibility of experiencing it too. Once you have felt your natural state of happiness, from then on, you will only want to live your life in that state. Byron Katie says, I found a joy within me that has never disappointed, not for a single moment. That joy is in everyone and always. This happiness is like the feeling of falling in love. Whether it is falling in love with a partner or a mother falling in love with her new baby, you know that blissful feeling of being head over heels, totally and completely in love. You never want the feeling to end. The reason why we experience such a blissful feeling when we fall in love is because we lose ourselves. And we lose ourselves in the other person. And when we lose the ego mind, awareness is instantly present in the foreground, radiantly, joyfully, and blissfully happy. Everyone is seeking the exact same thing in his every act. The world calls it the ultimate happiness. We call it the I that I am. Discover yourself and you discover the greatest happiness and you get the greatest contentment. Quite simply put, happiness is you being yourself, not the limited self that you pretend to be most of the time, but the unlimited self that you are and have always been. This is the self that is always effortlessly present before, during, and after everything else that appears in your experience. You are the radiant yet changeless background that allows for everything else to exist. Very powerful. You are the radiant yet changeless background that allows for everything else to exist. To find the truth or happiness, you have to go within. You have to see the oneness. You have to see the universe as it really is. Nothing but your consciousness, which is nothing but your true self. Now, this is difficult to describe. It is something that must be experienced. Only when someone experiences it does one know. It cannot be picked up from listening to anyone. Books and teachers can only point the direction. It is up to us to take it. That's one of the nice things about the path. There is nothing to be believed, everything to be experienced and proved by each person to his own satisfaction before it's accepted. So basically, listen to me very carefully. All of us, give me answer to my question. Is any one of us is blind? Is any one of us deaf or dumb? Is any one of us having any difficulty in a body? Is any one of us is not given all that a human body needs, a human mind needs? Are we mixed up with anything? We are given everything, isn't it? We have everything. Is there anyone who doesn't have anything? Who doesn't have one thing? Is there anyone here? We all have it. Go and meet those people who don't have, we have everything. Go and meet today. And when you'll see them so much joyful. I see on the roads, the families, the beggars, they have nothing, but still they're happy. They don't have big goals. They don't even have an AC to sleep. They don't even have a house to sleep. They only beg. But are they unhappy what they're doing? And we are such blessed souls. We are given so much. Neither we have gratitude for it, nor we know how to pay gratitude for that. We are so illiterate. Don't mind saying that because we are making those mistakes, because we are complaining, knowing everything. We are either complaining about our health or about our relations or about our career or about money. That is why we are not happy. But if you count the blessings you already have, do you need to be unhappy? Is it true? Are you kidding me? And if you are ungrateful for all that is already given to you, Rhonda had shared in so many books of hers, it will be taken away from you because you're not grateful. And you're always complaining. And remember, every person connected to you has their journey. You don't connect yourself to them. Their struggles are not your struggles. You don't need to own them. But if from today you only understand what all you're already given, are you happy about that? Or your happiness is connected to ये होगा तो खुश होंगी, ये मिलेगा ना तो खुश हो पाऊंगी, ये आ जाएगा, इसके साथ अटैच्ड है, इसके साथ अटैच्ड है. That is why you're struggling. And when you're not happy in the moment with all that you have, you will have to lose all that. That's why you're losing. So happiness is that easy. Happiness is that within. We are given so much. We are still unhappy. So awareness equals happiness. So whatever I've talked to you, it's all about awareness. You are not a person who is happy. You are happiness itself. I am happiness. How does it sound? Your true nature, awareness, is happiness. ये सब कुछ जान लेना ही खुशी की बात है कि हमारे पास कितना कुछ है. There is no other happiness but the happiness of your true nature. The happiness you have felt at any time in your life is the happiness of awareness. During those times when you felt happy, you were getting a tiny glimpse of the magnificence that you are. Understand that a moment of happiness comes from grace. And this moment of happiness is teaching us that happiness is not in an object. बाहर कुछ भी नहीं है. Gita says it's a bhram, it's a dream. We have to know that we are this happiness in the moment. The object is almost irrelevant. The object is part of the dream. But the happiness is real. You cannot buy it with money. You only have to feel it that you are happiness. And when you are happy, life will go your way. There is nothing better for your life circumstances than you feeling happy. When you are happy, problems tend to solve themselves. And things fall into place easily, without any effort from you. When you're happy, it's as though the entire universe is conspiring on your behalf and presenting whatever you need in the moment you need. The happier you are, the more effortless is your life. The more unhappy you are, the more effort it will take for everything you do. The more ego motivated you are, the more difficult it is to accomplish something. The less is the harmony and the greater is the misery. How powerful. Understand it more easily. The more ego motivated you are, जितनी आप में ego है जो आपको motivate करती है, the more difficult it is, तो आपके लिए बहुत मुश्किल है accomplish something, कुछ भी मिल पाना. The less is the harmony, वहां पे harmony भी नहीं होएगी. And the greater is the misery, और misery बहुत बड़ी हो जाएगी. There is no happiness in the world. Some of us are seeking happiness where it is, and as a result, becoming happier. And others are seeking it blindly in the world, where it is not, and are becoming more frustrated. अब आपको समझ में आई frustration क्यों है आप में? When we seek happiness in the world, our happiness is fleeting. No matter how many things we acquire or how many experiences we have, the happiness from material things or experiences is bound to come and go. And then we are back seeking happiness through the next material thing or experience. Lasting happiness, which we have convinced ourselves in the world, is in the world, simply it's not there. So don't waste your time, money in searching for happiness outside. It's not there in the world. Yet, only where we go within do we discover that all happiness is there. The only place where we can feel happiness is right within ourselves. That is exactly where it is. Every time we attribute this happiness to something external, to a person or a thing external, we get more pain within it, and then we do pleasure. So there is no pleasure, there is only pain in that when we find happiness outside. We don't have to wait for the right circumstances to be happy. It's right there now, right now. Imagine, अभी तक आपको इस बात के बारे में मालूम ही नहीं था कि आप खुद ही हैप्पीनेस हो, तो ये मोमेंट ही खुशी का नहीं है कि आज आपको ये पता चल गया. But are you feeling it? Are you joyful? Are you smiling? Every person who has ever lived or is currently living has been driven by the same singular purpose, the desire for happiness. Everything we do, everything we don't do, everything we strive for, design, plot against, live for, wish for, and dream of is because we think we'll be happier from the having of it or not having of it. ये होगा तो खुशी है, ये नहीं होगा तो खुशी है. इसी भ्रम में जी रहे हैं हम. Wanting happiness is the single motivating factor behind every decision each person makes. And it's estimated we make 35,000 decisions a day. Yet all the plotting, planning, action, sweat, tears, and decision making is not taking us any closer to the happiness. We vainly seek it in the world. All along, the happiness we seek has been right here within us. And what is the way out? Not looking to the world for happiness, but looking to the place where happiness is right within us, within our own consciousness. Next chapter is very, very big. We won't be able to complete it today. Or you want me to complete that? Okay, I'll complete it. I'll be happy when. हम लोग रोज यही सोचते हैं, मैं तब खुश होंगी या तब खुश होऊंगा जब, उसके आगे fill in the blank दिया हुआ है इसमें. When we believe happiness comes from outside of us, We can easily fall into a habit of putting our happiness on hold until conditions are right. मैं पतली हो जाऊंगी तो खुश होंगी, मेरी हेल्थ अच्छी हो जाएगी तो खुश होंगी, मेरे घर में इतना पैसा आ जाएगा तो खुश होंगी, मेरे बेटे की शादी हो जाएगी तो खुश होंगी. हर जगह कंडीशंस लगा रखी है खुशी के लिए. Have you ever thought or said, I'll be happy when, and finish the sentence with some event in the future? I'll be happy when exams are over and I graduate. I'll be happy when I get a new car. I'll be happy when I find a partner. I'll be happy when I'm married. I'll be happy when I have more money. I'll be happy when I have become successful. I'll be happy when I'm on a vacation. I'll be happy when I've lost weight. I'll be happy when we have a baby. I'll be happy when my business is up and running. I'll be happy when my health is improved and I feel better. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. हम सब यही कर रहे हैं ना? We put our happiness on hold when we believe that happiness comes from external things. We wait for something or someone to make us happy. But it's impossible to have lasting happiness from external things. It will never happen no matter how long we wait. क्योंकि अगर बाहर की चीजों से हैप्पीनेस जुड़ी हुई है तो वो चीजें तो स्थिर नहीं है, उनको तो चले जाना है. हर चीजें आती जाती रहेंगी, तो हमारी खुशी भी आती जाती रहेगी, बिकॉज वो चीजों पे डिपेंडेंट है, वो लोगों पे डिपेंडेंट है. Perhaps if you have lived long enough, been successful enough, and had lots of wonderful life experiences, you have already discovered that happiness cannot be found in the world. You especially may have seen the truth of this. If a really big dream has come true for you, we convince ourselves that when our biggest dream comes true, like achieving great success, acquiring wealth, finding a perfect partner, or having children, we will finally be truly happy. ये एक ड्रीम में हम जी रहे हैं कि ऐसा ऐसा होगा, होता है तो खुशी आती है. एग्जाम्पल देती हूँ मैं आपको, बहुत ध्यान से सुनना. हम एक वेकेशन पे जाते हैं, मुझे शिमला जाना है हॉलीडे के लिए. आई गो टू शिमला, आई प्लान अ हॉलीडे, अ वेकेशन, एंड द मोमेंट आई रीच शिमला फॉर दैट हॉलीडे और वेकेशन, वहां पहुंचते ही बस एक बारी चीजों को देखा एंड द हैप्पीनेस इज गॉन. देन आवर माइंड इज लुकिंग फॉर more events, circumstances, and people to give us happiness. So when a huge dream does come true, while it's wonderful and exciting, we discover the lasting happiness we thought we would have is almost as fleeting as it has been with everything else. We may finally realize through our own bitter experiences that happiness doesn't come from the external world. It can be pretty deflating moment for some, because often a conclusion is reached that lasting happiness is a fantasy and will never happen. But lasting happiness is not a fantasy. It is truth of your very beginning, and it is your very nature. After all of our needless searching, it is a momentous discovery when you finally see that the happiness you seek is right now within you, your own very own self. When you can see the truth of it, lasting happiness will be within your grasp, because you'll never look in vain to other people or the world for your happiness again. When you see that, it makes the path very direct. You stop chasing the rainbow and you go for the happiness where you know it is right within you. Imagine it. Billions of people over many thousands of years have been desperately searching for happiness every day of their lives, searching for it as if it could be found in all kinds of worldly places. And all along, there's only the one place where it can be found, in our true nature. What is that? What is our true nature? Awareness. The whole setup is like one big cosmic joke, which is perhaps why Buddha laughed so hard under the Bodhi tree when, after 16-year worldly search, he finally discovered that the truth was within him. If you think about it, history has shown that not many of us ever thought to look for happiness inside us. Yet, we have all been given many signposts in our lives, often through bitter experiences, that showed us happiness doesn't come from the world. Every time happiness comes and went into your life, it was another signpost directing you to turn away from the world and look within. Now we can look for happiness where it is, instead of where it is not. You can stop looking to your partner or children for lasting happiness. You can stop looking to your job, a new home, clothes, vacation, or a car for lasting happiness. None of those things can possibly make you permanently happy because they were always changing. Not to mention that our personality is always changing. What you like today, you don't like tomorrow. Your happiness is within the real, unchanging you. Awareness. No one can give it to you. Certainly, we can enjoy all the wonderful things that we want to be, do, or have in the world. But we can enjoy those things with the full knowledge that the only place to find real permanent happiness is within us. You don't acquire happiness. Your very true nature is happiness. Bliss is not newly earned. All that is done is to remove unhappiness. Your thoughts determine how you're feeling. So if you're not happy, it's because you're thinking about something you don't want. Your mind can only function in the past or the future. So either you are thinking of something in the past that's making you unhappy, or you are thinking of something in the future that's making you unhappy. Thoughts smother the capacity to be happy. Standing between you and permanent happiness and who you really are is one thought. एक thought change होगा, happiness आ जाएगी. Whether it's sad thought, a fearful thought, or angry thought, or a frustrating thought, in the end, all of those thoughts are saying the same thing: I don't want this. In response to something that has happened. And because of believing that one thought, unhappiness descends upon you like a blanket and covers the happiness that you truly are. Thoughts come first, then feeling, then emotion like tears. It always happened that way, and often people first feel the emotion and don't realize that there was a subtle thought first that created the feeling, and then came the emotion. The first step is thought, then you feel, and that creates an emotion. The only reason you are experiencing that you are unhappy is because you are identifying with an unhappy thought. Life is simple. Everything happens for you, not to you, happens for you. Everything happens at exactly the right moment, neither too soon nor too late. You don't have to like it. It's just easier if you do. Hopefully, you are starting to see the havoc that can be wreaked in your life when you believe your mind and its negative thoughts. Any time that I have had the opportunity to help someone with a difficulty or a challenge they are facing, the reason for this suffering has always been because of believing their mind's negative thoughts. any time that I have experienced any difficulty in my own life has also been because I believe my mind and its negative thoughts. So if you can, when you feel pain or some hurt for a situation, let that hurtful feeling be a wake up call telling you that right now you are believing negative thoughts that are not true. Once you stop believing your mind, you will start to notice that your mind is inclined to object to most things, masking your innate happiness. What's wrong with right now if you don't think about it? The peace that you're seeking is already present. That peace is seemingly obscured because our attention is being diverted into thinking. With all of the mind's chatter, non-stop commentary, contradictory nature, and beating up on us, it's surprising that so many of us still believe our mind as thought it is the authority in the world. You don't have to stop still or quiet your mind. You just have to stop believing it. When you stop believing it, it will automatically become quieter, and then happiness will arise in you like a tidal wave of bliss. Mind-blowing chapter. It's only because we are resisting happiness and we are believing we have connected it to the other things, that's why we are suffering. So what is the learning? Who wants to share? Today we'll end it here. There is more to it. We'll read it on Monday. Who wants to reflect? Nobody wants to reflect? Very good. If you don't reflect, you don't let it go deeper in your subconscious mind, and you don't learn your lesson and you keep struggling. Yes, Anita. Yes, Sushmita. You're right. Happiness is within us. Yes, you can open, Rajni. I have given you the permission.
Good morning, ma'am.
Very good morning.
Thank you so much. मैम मैंने बहुत लेट ज्वाइन किया था बट व्हाट आई विल गेट इज लाइक मैं अपनी ही लाइफ का एग्जांपल लेती हूँ सिचुएशंस ऑलमोस्ट वही है अभी भी ज्यादा बहुत चेंज नहीं है सिचुएशंस में बट आई डिसाइडेड टू टेक चार्ज ऑफ माई सेल्फ सो आई स्टार्ट डूइंग मेडिटेशन आई लिसन टू योर लाइक मैं सुबह थोड़ा सा बिजी रहती हूँ लेकिन स्टिल आई ट्राई कि मैं कम से कम सुनूं तो सही अगर मैं पूरा मतलब वीडियो को ऑन करके अटेंड ना कर पाऊँ बट एटलीस्ट सुनूं ताकि वो मेरे अंदर सबकॉन्शियस में जाए तो आई एम ट्राइंग एंड डूइंग द थिंग्स आई एम टेकिंग एक्शन एज वेल क्योंकि हैप्पीनेस के लिए आपको सिर्फ सोचते नहीं रहना है आपको अपना चार्ज लेना है और उसके हिसाब से एक्शंस करने हैं और सबसे जरूरी है इनर रिफ्लेक्शन तो अगर वो नहीं करोगे तो दुनिया में कोई आपको खुशी नहीं दे सकता
And I'm so happy seeing you smiling with all the odds.
मार्केट में खुशी नहीं मिलती है क्योंकि और सिचुएशंस में देखा जाए तो बेटी को अभी भी ऑटिज्म है हस्बैंड अभी भी ये है कि यहाँ वहाँ ट्रैवल करते रहते हैं हम लोग मैं और ये अकेले ही रह रहे हैं तो चीजें सारी मैनेज ही करनी है अपने आप से बट स्टिल एक स्ट्रेंथ आ गई है अंदर से कि ये यूनिवर्स है साथ में एंड हम अपने ऊपर वर्क कर सकते हैं अपने आप को चेंज कर सकते हैं तो अगर खुश रहना है तो सबसे पहले अपने ऊपर वर्क करो आप दुनिया को नहीं बदल सकते उनसे खुशियां मांग नहीं सकते हो आप ये उनकी विल है ओपन विल है कि वो
उनके
आपको
पास भी कहाँ है ना आप मांग रहे हो एक बेगर से वो ऑलरेडी बेगर है वो तो वैसे ही खुशियों वो भी हमारे जैसे ही है खुशियां मांग रहा है प्रिटेंड
और
कर
उनको अवेयरनेस शायद आसपास जो हमारे लोग हैं उन्हें अवेयरनेस भी नहीं है बट अगर हमें अवेयरनेस आ गई है तो आई गेस इट्स गुड तो हैप्पीनेस स्टार्ट विद वन सेल्फ खुद
yes
के अंदर से हैप्पीनेस शुरू होती है आप कहीं बाहर नहीं ढूंढ सकते उसको
So true.
That's what I get, ma'am.
Excellent. Excellent reflection, and thank you for sharing.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. There was somebody else. There is perfect time, it'll come or no, conditions are needed to apply to identify the happiness. There is no heaven or hell, thinking, make it up. Yes, don't depend on things for happiness. We are responsible for our happiness. We should be grateful for what we have. We can, okay, happiness is awareness and happiness is me. Yes. So happy for so many people to reflect in the chat box. And I'm grateful to you for learning it. It's sad that we are connecting happiness to the worldly things. But what we already have and we are not happy, nothing can give us happiness if we are not happy within. So we have to become a magnet to the happiness. And how do we become a happiness magnet? By paying gratitude. When you're paying gratitude, you're saying that you have got so much to be happy. And the more you are saying you have got so much to be happy, the more universe is bringing it to you. Now you remember why I am a gratitude queen. All right. What did you learn, Neelam, today? Open your mic.
मैंने भी अंडरस्टैंड कर लिया कि हैप्पीनेस मेरे अंदर ही है और मुझे खुद ही लेनी है, कोई बाहर का नहीं मुझे दे सकता।
लेनी
तो
नहीं
मेरी
है, सिर्फ फील ही करनी है।
हाँ
इसमें ना
जी
कुछ
ठीक
लेना
है,
है ना कुछ देना है।
हाँ जी मैम, हाँ। तो अब मेरी पूरी यही कोशिश रहेगी कि मैं खुश रहूं और वो गॉड के लिए
नहीं,
ग्रेट थैंकफुल रहूं
जो
बस।
चीजें आपके पास हैं उनके साथ खुशी रहो, खुश रहो। जो चीजें जा रही आ रही हैं उन पे खुशी रखोगे तो
हाँ जी,
वो डिपेंडेंट हो जाएगी, तो फिर आप खुश नहीं रह पाओगे।
हाँ
हर
जी,
खुशी हमारे अंदर से होती है, उसके लिए ग्रैटिट्यूड होना चाहिए। हर टाइम हमारे साथ खुशी रहती है, बस उसे महसूस करना है। यस प्रदन्या, very true. All right, so we are good to go. Saturday we'll be having one session of law of attraction. Is there anyone who attended today morning chakra healing? What was your experience today? I would like you to share. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. It was a wonderful session today. And we've learned so much, and things that we talk every day. Then when somebody teaches, then we realize we become aware that we were wrong. And it's so easy, to change our mood from fear to joy. And it was awesome. I don't know. I don't have words, Today I very much appreciated the session. It was wonderful, wonderful, really. And I've learned so much. Here is Rupa also there.
Yes.
She'll confirm.
Yeah, just bring her in. Rupa wants to add? Yes, Rupa. Yes. You can unmute now. I have given you the permission. Yes.
Yeah. Ma'am, it was a wonderful session. We live with all fear, dissatisfaction. We never make a point to realize at any juncture that these are the things which are bringing our frequency down. We live with all fear and we feel that we are all drama queens being into that frequency. But today, ma'am has explained us in such a beautiful way that
Yes.
I was thinking, I was all the time sinking in those negative frequencies. And
Yeah,
today she has put us into such a big thing. And now from morning, I started realizing, yeah, what nonsense I was doing all the times. And again, use the word same nonsense. No, I was not aware of all these things. But ma'am
yes,
has given such a beautiful explanation to all these things. Now I think we will never remain in those frequencies because we are
exactly.
good souls who have to stay in a bigger, higher frequency.
Yes.
And we never realized it in our life unless until I joined chakra healing. I learned a lot of things. I don't miss it, even though if I don't have time, I try to make it a point to be there because I learn a lot things. And the meaning of life comes from there only.
Yeah,
So I should be thankful to you and Jaya ma'am for making our life a different one, a
yeah,
unique one.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am, for giving us this opportunity.
Love you.
Thank you.
I'll explain what they are talking about, people who don't
Yeah,
understand.
yeah, sure.
We have got chakra healing happening every morning, 6:30 for health and 9:30 for wealth. Chakra healing is what? There, Jaya ma'am is training everyone's mind and the chakras so that they can live a healthy life. And every Friday, she has a special session at 5 o'clock. And especially Diana, she's from Mauritius, and it's her 4 o'clock in the morning. She wakes up and she joins the session. It's so great of her. And because what they are investing time and money, they have transformed their life. And anybody joining the TSR, the Soul Radiance channel, is not about making money. Money we are investing everywhere. But the value we give you for the money you invest is more than 10 times. Is that right, Diana?
Yeah, that's true.
So
God,
they're talking about a special session happened today morning, from
1
5 o'clock.
hour.
Yeah, yeah. She she started the session at 5 and she finished at 7.
Yeah.
Took 2 hours to teach them the realities of life, how the lower frequency and higher frequency we are suffering from the sufferings. And then cleansing chakras is a beautiful way she's healing us and our chakras.
Doing
That,
gratitude at the same time.
yes, so many things, so many things.
Yeah.
All right, Ashwini.
Everyone should join in.
Yes, thank you, Diana. Thank you for saying that.
Thank you, ma'am, for introducing me to this session.
And remember, these sessions are for us first, but then we offer it to you on a platter, and you're missing on life if you're not being a part to that. And anybody wants to be a part to that, you can always contact me. My number is 93122 46095, and I can give you the details. It's a paid program. You only have to pay 1399, I think. I don't even remember the month. Sorry?
1365, I think.
No, 1399. I'm writing my number 93122 46095. So the purpose of our life, the coaches, we are here on the Soul Radiance, is only to give a change, to transform your life. But the point is, are you wanting that change in your life? Or you want to continue struggling? And I always say, it's a journey. It's a soul journey. And if we don't cleanse our chakras this life, next life, we are going to come back here again the same way. Don't you dissolve karmic accounts? Don't you want to heal your chakras? So we have all the unique things on our channel, and you guys are missing a lot. I don't announce it every day, but whosoever are interested, it's for you. So we are good to go. It's already 8:32. God bless you all. And weekend is not about sleeping and not doing anything. Weekend is to explore what you learn in the week and practice it in life. God bless you, everyone. All
Thank
right.
you very much, ma'am. Thank
Good to
you.
go. God bless all. I love you all. And
Love you.
have a weekend full of magnificent outcomes.
Thank you.
God bless you all, and I love you all. Thank you.